Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL 44 coming at you in another video. All right, so the score was 101-94, and the Lakers got the victory at home against the Philadelphia 76ers. Turnovers. Rumor has it the Lakers are still turning the ball over right now. Seriously. I mean, it was 21 of them to be exact. Bron had 8 of them. D'Lo had 5. Definitely the story of this basketball game was the defense of the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 steals they had, to our 1 steal as a team. So they definitely mucked up the game, I guess you could say, and made it as ugly as possible. But ultimately, we were able to overcome because we killed them on the boards. That's really what it was. Anthony Davis had 19 rebounds, 7 of them offensive rebounds. Definitely loved that. He had 4 blocks as well with 23 points. Bron had 20 points. And the rest of our starters had 14 points apiece. D'Lo, Austin, and Rui all had 14 points and just under 8 boards each. Had a good game from Spencer Dinwiddie. He had 11 points tonight. Probably the best offensive game he's had as a Laker. 5 rebounds, 5 points from Jackson Hayes. Thought he played very well with the 8 minutes given. He was really impactful. And that kind of made up most of our bench production. I think we saw Max Christie check in a little bit. Don't exactly remember what his stat line was, but that pretty much made up our production. But it was turnovers, really. I mean, when you look at what happened there, the team that we played against tonight, Philly, just couldn't hit threes. 8 of 37 from behind the arc, 20-something%. You do the math. 2 nights in a row where Eastern Conference teams come in and just had it in their mind they were going to jack up threes, and it did not work out for them. That's really what it came down to. If they would have shot the 3 ball better, we would have been in real trouble with all those turnovers. Even on the end, they had opportunities from our turnovers. So, yeah, I don't know that these last 2 wins are any indication that we're really playing that great. Because at the end of the day, these teams are getting these threes ups. They're just not making them. You run into a hot team and you got losses on your hands. I don't think we played well enough to beat most teams tonight. But I don't think you really worry about that if you're a Laker fan, because you gain ground, and you need to gain ground. You need victories, and you need Golden State to lose. You need Houston to lose. You need Phoenix to lose. You need Sacramento to lose. You need Dallas to lose. And tonight, the Golden State Warriors lost to the team who we will see on Sunday, the Indy Pacers. So that's definitely a plus for us, and we're very, very pleased with the distance we're getting between ourselves and Golden State tonight. Anthony Davis, I think for me, will get the game ball. I got to give him his credit. Just crashing the glass, the 4 blocks, 2 of them in the final 2 minutes. I don't know why teams keep showing him the ball on layups. So you're going to try to lay the ball up over Anthony Davis. Nothing good is going to happen. Now, I ain't going to say that Anthony Davis didn't make that same mistake. He went up kind of soft in certain plays, got blocked by Tobias Harris, got blocked by Kelly Oubre. Both of those plays, I would love for him to have went stronger rather than trying to lay the ball up. But all in all, I thought we had a good game. Bron was kind of getting into it a little bit with Tobias Harris. You could see that there was some energy there. Tobias elbowed him in the face in the 4th quarter accidentally. It seemed like an accident to me. I don't know if Bron felt that way. On a play where Tobias was driving at the basket and he used his off arm to get Bron, they probably should have called the offensive foul. They did not. And then Bron came back down and pushed Tobias into Austin. Austin got the worst of it, but ultimately they called a foul on on Tobias in that situation. Tobias was pretty upset. I don't remember if they challenged that or not, but that was the kind of energy that was going on down there with Bron. I think he walked out of there with 20 points, 8 assists, 6 boards, something like that, or vice versa. And that kind of night for Bron. Very physical basketball game overall for the Philadelphia 76ers against us. They had their hands on loose balls. They were just really, really active. And we were turning the ball over left and right. Austin had his issues with turnovers. Definitely had a cold first half, but his 3 ball started to fall in the second half. Definitely gave us some help. As I said, D'Lo with the 14 points, but he had 5 turnovers of his own. They were just really active, man. Guys like Mo Bamba. I think Mo Bamba walked out of there with multiple blocks, hit some threes as well. 2 threes on the night, I believe it was. Who else? Kelly Oubre, I think he had 3 steals. Tyrese Maxey walked out of there with about 3 steals. I think he had like 27 points or something like that. Shot selection was really interesting out there for a guy like Tyrese Maxey. Some of those threes he took, I just don't know what he was doing. Some of the shots, it's like, I know you're a star and you got the green light, but some shots you'd love to have back if you're him. But it's one of those nights where the steals were really just telling the story on their side. Bad threes, but good D. So we're happy, man. We're happy we got the victory. Happy this game is over. It was not the prettiest game to watch. It wasn't boring by any stretch of the imagination. The pace was good, but it seemed like, as I said in the halftime, every 3 dribbles is a loose ball. And that's just how active Philly's hands were, and that's how reckless we were with the basketball. You have those two things going on at the same time. They're forcing us into mistakes, and we're, giving them the ball with unforced turnovers on top of it. It's amazing how we won this basketball game. I'm telling y'all, if they would have shot the 3-ball even on an average night, if this would have been a good night like it was the last time, score probably would have been pretty bad. We, of course, ran into them earlier in the season. They beat us by 44 points, and it was because they shot so many threes and made them. So it was good to see them come in tonight and be cold from behind the arc. Of course, no Joel Embiid. That really helped a great deal, to say the least. No Shake Milton, I believe. I think that's who's on this team. Is he still on this team? DeAnthony Melton. I think that's who I'm getting mixed up with. He did not play tonight. Shake Milton, I think, is with the Detroit Pistons or something like that. But I think DeAnthony Melton is the guy that's with the Philadelphia 76ers. He did not play tonight. Kelly Oubre had some nice highlights, but ultimately was shooting poorly from behind the arc as well. Missed some corner threes that were like air balls, a brick bad, that kind of thing. But in the fast break, he was giving us problems on this. Defensively, he was giving us problems as well. Kyle Lowry, 1 for 6 from the field. Definitely not his greatest night, but that's kind of what he's been doing with the Philadelphia 76ers since going to that team. Buddy Hield, I don't remember what he did, but I think he did have some steals. I don't remember what his scoring was, but he had some steals as well. So, we're very glad we only have to see this team twice a year. They're a scrappy bunch. If they have Joel out there, they're a contender easily. If he's out there giving you 50 points and 20 boards, that kind of thing, I mean, that may be enough to make this team as good as they need to be when you consider how good they looked against us defensively specifically. So I don't know that Joel is coming back this year or not, but I can tell you, if you have to see them in a 7-game series and he is out there, it's going to be tough in the Eastern Conference to deal with him. I can tell you that right now. They were tough enough tonight. Paul Reed played a pretty good game, rebounded the ball. I think he had like 4 offensive rebounds, if I remember correctly. I think the Lakers shot about 36% from the 3 ourselves. Not our greatest shooting night, but pretty average, I'd say. Again, the turnovers were ridiculous. We had 21, they had 9. And I'm just glad we crashed the glass, and a lot of that had to do with Anthony Davis just being fantastic on the boards tonight, man. And he'll definitely get the game ball from me if I haven't already said that. He deserves it. It wasn't a perfect game for Anthony Davis, but definitely one where we appreciate his rebounding and defensive effort. And the scoring came around, 23 points, hit a nice jumper from the mid-range on a stutter step that I like. Just a good night for Anthony Davis. Definitely happy he was able to once again take advantage of backup bigs in a major way on the glass, just like he did against Minnesota. That's exactly what happened tonight, as I predicted. It would be a big game for AD. Not hard to tell. So, yeah, man, that's really what it is. And of course, we got this 7 o'clock matchup on Sunday against the Pacers here, and then we'll go on our 6-game road trip in the Eastern Conference. I think it's a 6-game road trip. Well, we'll be seeing the likes of the Pacers and the Cavaliers and a few other teams as well. Toronto, Washington. We're going to be seeing some teams. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, man. I don't think it's easy when you go on the road playing in the Eastern Conference when you're this far into the season. Jet lag and all that stuff and natural fatigue. But, some of the teams should make it easy for us to kind of go up against lesser talent, I guess is what you could say. But I still expect some tough nights, especially given how we played down to the opponent tonight against these Sixers. So taking care of the ones at home, that's the most important thing. We're a good home team. We've won a lot of games here. Our record is well above 500 at home, and that's something we could definitely be proud of. We just got to keep our foot on the gas. 12 more games. And it's not the most difficult schedule, but again, like I said, a lot of road games from here. So we'll enjoy this next one at home. Hopefully, we'll have a better showing against the Indiana Pacers than the Golden State Warriors did. That score was high scoring stuff at the halftime. I think it was like 67-66. So we're gonna have to score the ball a lot better than we did tonight. Only getting what 100, a couple hundred, what 100? I don't remember what I said, but not much more than 100 points tonight. So that's really what it comes down to, man. I just didn't think our offense was really able to shine because half the time we were giving the ball to the Philadelphia 76ers. So we need to tighten that up. Whatever that was we were on tonight that made us especially pedestrian with the basketball, that needs to straighten up and get gone. Basically, we need to fix our problem in that area over the next 48 hours, or the Pacers are going to have success against us, for which we do not want. So that's pretty much it, man. Happy the Golden State Warriors lost. That's for damn sure. That's really where we can hang our hat on. We won our game, they lost theirs, and that is exactly the type of thing that we need to happen from here on out. So if we take care of our business, sometimes things will fall in our favor, and that is exactly what we need, LA. So yeah, man. I don't know if there's to say with you. This game was pretty ugly. We're happy we were able to get the victory. We didn't beat a world beater tonight, of course, with no Joel on the floor, but it is the first time we've beaten the Philadelphia 76ers since 2020, I believe it is. 2020? Yeah. Since before the bubble, before COVID hit, basically, was the last time we actually beat Philadelphia. So this is a big time win for our franchise, just given the fact that we've had so much bad play against them. I think we had lost 10 out of 11 matchups against the Philadelphia 76ers. I think that's what Bill McDonald said. So yeah, we're happy we finally got a victory against the Sixers. It really does end up being ugly games against them. We usually get our butts whooped. Joel has had so much success against us, as you can clearly see with that record. So he wasn't out there. We took advantage. Feel great about it, and move on to the Pacers. So this ain't gonna be that long of a video, man. I've really said everything I want to say. I mean, I don't know what else to add to this one. This ain't a particularly exciting time for me, Laker wise. I just want to get through these next 12 games, win as many of them as possible, and then get to the play-in tournament and see what this team is really made of. That's really where my head is, man. It ain't a whole lot else to it. I'm frustrated, but I'm happy when we get victories like this. But we need to get them against the quality teams that actually give us trouble, teams that we really have trouble with. If we can beat regular season teams like this who are depleted and psych ourselves into thinking we've turned a corner, but the reality is we just ran into two bad shooting Eastern Conference teams at home. And if they would have hit threes like they're prone to be able to, these games go differently. So for someone like myself, I just don't get too excited about this type of stuff at all, man. This ain't impressive. It's necessary, and we appreciate it. But for me to get all hyped and all that, man, I'm telling y'all, nah. We just got to keep winning, however these games come. But to say we're playing well or something like that, I don't believe we are. We're not playing well. I thought this was a especially bad Laker game tonight for our standards as a team. So happy to win, but not fooled by what I saw. So that's pretty much what I gotta say, man. Good victory. Love where we're at, moving up from Golden State in the standings. BDF 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.